Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I can get to show you the Hohem iSteady V2. What makes it different between this one and the previous one that I tested is that this one have a hardware sensor, so it no longer require connection to your phone. So you can get this for about £100 now. I think recommended retail price is £130 in the UK or $130 in the US. I got this one from Amazon with a £30 on-screen voucher. So out of the box, you will get your instruction booklet or leaflet. Tells you how to use your gimbal. Just quick guide to start you on your journey to making videos. And inside is your gimbal. Look at how small that is. It's all folded up. And I do really like this kind of design because you can actually put it in your back pocket if you have a big pocket and actually carry it around with you. And with this little tripod, you attach to the bottom, which is quite common. And now it become a phone stand as well as a gimbal. I tested previous ones and they have different size tripod. There's no right or wrong, but I find that if you make it compact and useful, you will more likely to have it in your bag than not. So gimbal, cable, and that's about it. Nothing else. And here is the proper leaflet. There's tons of functions on this gimbal, and I don't have time to go through everything in this video. My video is not scripted. It's just me opening the product and show you guys what your money can buy for £100 or $100. This is fantastic. The gimbal itself, my hand is bigger than the body of the gimbal. I got big hands, so if I want to use this, I'm actually having to grip it with just a couple of fingers so that my thumb can get access to the thing. So definitely having a tripod extension will be good for people with big hands like me. So at least you get a better grip and you can use your thumb dial joystick. You got a push button on the side here. You got your camera button, orientation button, USB-C port. This is in and out, so you can use this to charge as well as use to charge your phone if you have the right cable. At the moment it's in the lock position, so left and right to unlock and then fold up. Twist the side here to lock it in place. And that's about it. So now you can freely rotate. Here you got your phone clamp, so it can extend all the way out. It does have a list of all compatible phones on the advertisement. AI sensor is built in, so you don't need to rely on the phone to capture you or wasted processing power on your phone. The grip itself, unlike the previous model, they are now case friendly. The re-slot on the side here take on the phone much better than before. Okay, let's balance it first and switch it on and have a play. I think that's about it. It won't work without you downloading an app and registering and activating the product, which I think is a shame because it ties you down to registering and giving your information away. But nevertheless, let's start. So now the gimbal is activated, and apparently they give you warranty on the thing if you activate, so I guess that's one of the reasons why you have to activate it. It starts to work. So, you know, like any gimbal, you have different function. The main function is to stabilize your phone. So this is what it is doing it right now. One click, it will switch to that. And one click, you switch to portrait and the landscape, sorry. One click to switch to a portrait, another click back to portrait. And simple as that. At the moment, you can see that is on my home screen. So I don't have any app running at the moment, just to show you that I'm going to use the hardware built into the gimbal to do the smart function. This machine itself is your AI part of the hardware. You got a lens and like kind of a processor inside. On the side here, there's a button. Usually you use that to switch on the LED light in the front. But since I just booted this up, if I click it once, it should wake up the AI computer and flash twice. Alright, So that means that now the camera is on and constantly looking for information. So if I sit back a little bit and give it the first command, which is start tracking. Okay, it took a few seconds, but it does work. So now the LED on the AI is green and it's actually moving. I have to come this way so that it starts looking at me. If I come here, give it more room to look. Up, down, side step. It works. The other function is that you can change the landscape mode or portrait mode on your phone without touching it. So 2 thumbs up, it changed. So now it's kind of on the landscape mode again. And then if I turn this way, oh, this is so cool. This is so fun. Hello. I can do this all day. And then this will stop tracking. Yep, so it works. So, I mean, this brings so much more possibility to what you can do with the gimbal. I don't usually do this, but I want to show you guys what will happen if I mount an external camera on this, which is not a phone. But while I do this, don't forget, if you like my video and find my information useful, don't forget to share, like and subscribe to my channel. It helped me a lot. Okay, there is a little bit of vibration. I think it's because it's not balanced. A little bit of vibration, but I'm not sure if it will actually show up on the actual footage. But here we have a kind of a action camera. I got GoPro here. This is another action camera. We just clamp onto the phone mount. And it works as well. But there is vibration on the motor with this. So I'm not sure if you need to calibrate it or you have to mount it properly maybe. But it does feel like the motor is not happy. Okay, so here is the app interface. So you got choice of 4K 30 FPS, 1080p 60 FPS, which is kind of the default on it. I'm going to change it to 4K because that is how I record most of my videos. You got face tracking, object tracking, zoom function on the left and right here. This could be really useful if you are a lot of outdoor filming and you got like other preset function like time lapse. And the time lapse with the handheld like this, you can actually make it to track over time. The all important filter if you want to make your video stand out a bit. Now obviously it depends on which camera you want to use. You might want to mount your phone differently. I'm going to use the standard front-facing camera, not the best camera in the world, but that's what I'm going to do because that's how I usually film myself, is with my phone showing whatever that I'm recording. So this is a testing of the built-in app with the Hohem V2 Gimbal AI version. The AI camera is on and I can see that it's tracking my face. I got a green square on my face right now. You guys won't be able to see it, but if I move back a bit, yep, it's still tracking my face relatively good. So yeah, it does work, and it actually, you know, out of the factory default setting, it is quite smooth as well. Now what happens if I go out of screen? Ooh. So now I'm completely out of the screen, out of the picture. What if I walk back into the frame? Will it pick up my face and start working again? And of course it did. It's AI, it's learning, right? Is that what AI is supposed to do? Let's see how far I can track before it loses my face. I am now at least 5 meters away from my camera. And it looks like it's working perfectly fine. So for people who don't have a cameraman, or for someone who actually do a lot of like vlogging on your own, this will be fantastic. And finally, we have a device which doesn't require you to use your phone processing power. That means that you can use native app, you can use your own app. For example, if you like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you no longer need to refine to using the built-in app for the tracking. And this is 2022. In terms of function-wise, this is the main selling point of this gimbal. And while I have my face on this at the moment, let's try and test out the LED light in the front. Now I am in the dark. My Canon is still running, so it's still tracking my face. It's just a big black bulb of green mass. Okay, it lost my tracking. So I think this might be the limit of what it can do. Let me move back a little bit. Yep. Yeah, I think this is the kind of the critical point. So as long as it turned really dark, then it stopped tracking my face. But no matter, it got a light built in, but does it really work? So let's try it. Where is the light? Okay, so now the LED light is on. It is tracking again. Still not perfect though. Let's see. Yep, with the light on, it starts tracking again. But to be honest with you, in my video, you probably will see me in the very dark. But I don't know. When I get back to my PC, then I will see how useful is the LED light. I mean, it works. Let you guys see it. So here we are. This is quite cool. I mean, all this light movement is very good at kind of mitigating this kind of a movement, so you're not getting sick watching my video. But obviously, if you move like this, it will still kind of shake, but it smooths out a lot. So finally, when you finish using your gimbal and you want to put it in your pocket, all you need to do is take off the tripod if you have this on. And they got diagram on it to show you where is the lock position. Make sure they're on the lock position. Undo the locking nut on the side here. Make sure the orange label or the non-AI camera part is facing up, and you fold it. And you fold it down. And when you fold it down like this, it clicks in place, and that's it. And you fold it away and ready to put away. And I actually love the size of this thing. In fact, it's so small that I need to have a tripod just to have a better hand grip, and so that my thumb can reach this and still have a good grip onto the gimbal. I do think it's a good idea to have a outlet here so you can use it, but because this is a USB-C, so you need a USB-C cable to whatever your phone or whatever device that you will be using. Apart from that, I'm happy with this. For not a lot of money, you get a lot of function. The other thing I did like to mention to you guys is that the limitation of degree of movement. So the base, you can see how much it turned. So from here, this is the maximum to the right or left, and then this is maximum to the right. So it's not 360, but quite close to 360. So if you do a panoramic shot, it can go quite wide. And then again, even the tilt again is not 360. So none of these joints is 360. So it's not like a true inception mode where I tested a gimbal before. When you go into inception mode, you actually go like circle and circle and circle and circle. Whereas this one, it does turn, but it doesn't turn into itself again. I just thought I'd like to mention that. That's all I've got time for you today. If you find my information useful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel to help me grow. And I can't wait to see you next time with more interesting gadgets. Bye bye.